Yo, what's up, guys? Why not be reckless? AK, why not be casting? I'm one of the HCS commentators, and we have another HCS Weekly Report where today we're going to be talking about Scrim Results, specifically after the SSG Snowdown, and why Optic may not be streaming theirs anymore. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. We're going to hop right here onto the 16th because I believe the SSG Snowdown was on the 12th and the 13th and the 14th. I should know this. I was hosting the event. Come on now, what am I doing? So we'll go right into the 16th where Optic Gaming were caught scrimming. Literally, we're talking a couple of days after the event. They already wanted to make sure they were in top form, getting second place. Optic not used to that. 8-3 Native Gaming. In case you guys aren't familiar, Native Gaming, Druk, Soul Snipe, Taulik, and Manny, they were the ones who got third place over at Worlds in 2022. Optic Gaming able to pull off the 8-3. I would love to see Native get at least 4 wins out of 11. To me, being a little bit nitpicky, I feel like they played them the best in online scrims in the past, and I feel like I would like to see them do a little bit better in this one, but 3 wins, not bad. We know how dominant Optic can be during their online scrims. After that, we got... Who allowed this to happen? Who allowed this to happen? Snakebite, World 2, and Frosty, formerly of that Sentinels roster alongside Lethal, was now captaining that Sentinels roster. They hightailed it to join Renegade over on FaZe. They scrim against Sentinels and then kind of bullied them on that one. A 14-2 performance out of FaZe. My gosh. I would love to actually take a look at some of the kills and deaths and see where we were at with it. Collect looking like he's leading the kills department, a decent amount of assists, but I love the assist out of everyone else. King Nick, 236 kills with 144 assists. That's my kind of stats right there. Kills and assists added together. I love seeing that. Even Lethal keeping up in the slaves department, 230, not too far behind King Nick on that one, but sadly it was only good enough to get 2 wins. I wonder where those 2 wins came from. Okay, on Streets, a little bit of Stronghold Streets, and capture the flag on blank. I'm gonna assume that this is either Empyrean or Argyle, because the website knows every single map, I guess, except for the new one. So I'm gonna assume there's 2 ones, either Empyrean or Argyle. Both of those game types usually don't go 5 captures, so I'm gonna go with one of those most likely. Either way, dominant performance by FaZe, who are looking like the #1 team in the league until Shopify Rebellion able to pull off 6 wins on. I think that's actually really impressive. I really want to hone in on this one because from what we've seen recently, FaZe have been kind of running through everyone in the same way that Optic looked so dominant online in scrims last year. It's almost like FaZe are replicating that, and we also know how great they could be on land as well. So really interested to see where Shopify Rebellion are. Keep in mind, Shopify Rebellion have been scrimming pretty much non-stop since the end of Worlds. Like, I pretty much right afterwards, they were running games with McWin. Now they're running games with Mental, and they're looking great. Is Shopify Rebellion? I wonder exactly where the wins actually came from here. Aquarius Slayer, okay. Recharge King of the Hill. That's actually that's a really good one for Shopify. I think that really plays in their favor. Street Stronghold. That's surprising. That's surprising. I'm guessing something to work on their Streets game, because they lost a Streets map to Sentinels as well. Street Slayer. So again, kind of staying with that narrative. Maybe Streets is one of their weaker maps. Recharge again. This time Strongholds. Really, I'm actually surprised they're losing Strongholds, to be honest with you. And then Recharge Slayer. So far, we've seen Rebellion. Keep this in mind. Rebellion been able to steal games on Streets and Recharge, and a little bit of Aquarius Slayer. I'm not going to put too much into that one. So I would say if I'm FaZe, I'm really going into the lab and finding out what we can do on Streets and Recharge, 2 totally different maps, but 2 that they've seemed to struggle with Rebellion and Sentinels in 2 different scrims. We'll see if that carries on going forward. After that, we have, okay, Sentinels may have only gotten 2 wins onto FaZe. However, 5 wins onto Space Station Gaming, the very team that never placed under second place throughout every single LAN of season 1, including Worlds, by the way. Didn't have the greatest performance during their own snowdown, but we know how good Space Station are. Much better on LAN than they are online, but even online, able to 8-5 Sentinels. That's actually really big for Sentinels, getting 5 wins on SSG. Like I said, much better than the 2 they got on the FaZe. And then finally, this is the big one right here. 12-2. Dude. 12-2 on SSG. That's surprising. I would think out of 14 games, I would give SSG winning 5, 6. I don't think that's far. I don't think that's far out of the realm of them taking 5 or 6 games, but really underperforming in this scrim, at least as far as results, but hopefully it was the least valuable practice. Again, I want to go to the Slays department. Renegade, the main slayer, my gosh, 309 kills, 128 assists. Frosty not too far behind him with the 283 and 138. Royal 2 keeping up in the kills department as well. It's just a well-rounded squad, and like we kind of talked about before, Snakebite was already a phenomenal objective player to begin with, by the way, but I feel like he's going to step up even more in objective role when you have 3 other players that are really going to be focused on the Slays department. It's going to be up to Snakebite to be holding that ball. It's going to be up to Snakebite to be sitting in that hill and allowing that 3-headed monster to just do their thing. Royal 2 sitting in the back, kind of picking them apart. Frosty and Renegade getting right into the action, right into their opponent's face. This trio is going to be so hard to deal with. Even SSG having a tough time. Once again, we see the same thing pop up. Streets, this time King of the Hill. So far, no matter what the game type is, it looks like there are very few losses that Space Station Gaming get are on Streets. One on Live Fire here with Strongholds, but Streets and Recharge tend to be the 2 maps that you can kind of get the best of FaZe, or at least catch them slacking just a little bit. Watch out for that going forward, Streets and Recharge. We did see Shopify Rebellion able to pull 6 wins onto FaZe, so I wanted to do a little bit more research on Shopify Rebellion. I didn't see many scrims from them, but I do know that they did scrim. Big. Why is it so bright? We need a dark mode on it. My gosh. Looks like they were scrimming against the new G1 roster. All we know is Boo Boo Doo Boo, but the rumors are that it's Sab, Falcated, and Suspector that are going to be joining Boo Boo Doo Boo under G1. This looks like it was a 4 to, I think my math correct, 4-12 performance in favor of G1. So the same way you're able to get 6 wins onto FaZe, who I think are the #1 team in the league right now, I would like to see Shopify Rebellion kind of replicate that and get at least 6 wins against G1, who as of right now I have them top 4, maybe top 3 on a really good day. Surprised they only got 4 wins, but stay 4 wins against G1. Not many other teams can even get 3, let alone 2. G1 are a lot better of a squad than people are giving them credit for. Watch out for them going forward. Watch out for Shopify Rebellion too, a well-practiced squad. But so far, we know that FaZe are looking really good, and if they can do this online, just imagine what we can do on LAN. And last thing I want to talk about is Optic Gaming. The same way we see a lot of scrims right here. I like watching these scrims live. I love watching Optic streaming scrims, but I was in Trippy's stream, what was it, maybe 3 days ago, I want to say, and he was talking about how whenever they stream scrims, he feels like many other teams, they'll go back in the VODs and watch the scrims, not even just about the results or even starting strats and what they're looking to do, how they're looking to adapt into every given situation, but also just how they talk about things, how they go about different situations. And he feels like a lot of teams are getting inside knowledge on them and also getting free game on how to approach their own team just by watching their scrims. I feel like it was no secret that the moment they started taking things like super serious and stopped streaming their scrims late last year, that's when they won back-to-back LAN. So clearly it shows. And although I love watching Optic stream scrims live, as a former competitor myself, I can see not trying to give any competitive advantage to any team in the league, and I can see them wanting to keep it a secret. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. If you guys want Optic to keep streaming those scrims, or if you think for competitive reasons, there's a reason why they may not do it anymore going forward. Trippy seemed pretty adamant about it, so be prepared for that. Either way, that was your HCS Weekly Report. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Really do appreciate it. And yeah, if you guys can, come on, like, subscribe, go on to Twitch, go on to TikTok. You already know I'm all over the place. We're doing content every single day.